All right, so Tyson Fury's been back in the gym. He's been back in the gym for a couple of weeks now. He's been posting clips of himself and his wife Paris in training, and that kind of training is just just generic training. It's just staying in shape. So nothing really untoward about that. But yesterday he released a clip from the gym, and in it was Sugar Hill Stewart. Now Sugar Hill Stewart is obviously based in America. He's in the gym with Tyson Fury, and Fury left us on a bit of a cliffhanger. He left us on a bit of a cliffhanger, and it led a lot of us to speculate that there may be something in the pipeline, that there may be something planned, given the fact that Tyson Fury's been retired for, well, quote unquote, retired for a couple of months now. Anthony Joshua's been inactive, but he is talking about fighting at least once this year. You do kind of put two and two together in your head and say, oh wow, could something happen? Well, Tyson Fury is look, I'm not going to say he's necessarily back, but it certainly seems that way. He did an interview on the Stomping Grounds Charlie Parsons channel. We all know Charlie Parsons. And Charlie Parsons was talking about Alexander Usyk, saying that he's two fights left. We know that. Well, one of them's obviously going to be against Daniel Dubois. We know that at the press conference today. But he said that the final fight is potentially going to be against AJ or Fury in a trilogy. All right. So he wants to literally, like, as if Alexander Usyk could, just do any more damage to these British fighters than he already has. He wants to literally finish his career with another two. Whether he does or not, whether that's just, Alexander Usyk in the moment, let's wait and see. But Tyson Fury took the X. And thank God they X'd out, at least I think they did. Thank God they X'd out one of the words, because if they didn't X it out, I wouldn't be able to show it. You'll see it on screen there. He says, beat the something two times and the world knows the truth. Anytime, any place. Suture UK next time. Okay. I don't know what he means by that. Suture UK next time. 100k people. I would assume he means Summer UK next time. I'm assuming. Spending too much time with Isaac Lowe there, Tyson Fury. But that's what he says. All right. Beat him two times. Have a look there on screen. It's the first fight. Yeah. Beat him two times, Tyson Fury, did you? Did you really? You beat him two times. That clip is from the first fight, round 9. And that was Usyk's best round, obviously. In a fight in which Fury, realistically, at best you could say he won 4 rounds in that fight. And then in the rematch, it was not as dramatic, but it was a little bit more conclusive, really, for Alexander. I thought he looked better in the rematch than he did in the first fight. He looked good in the first fight. In 24 rounds of boxing, you could probably give Tyson Fury 7 rounds. 8 at a push. The rest you would give to Alexander Usyk. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury, he's obviously sore about both fights. And you got to remember, he has people, or he had people, the Simon Jordans of the world, gassing his head up, saying he's this, saying he's that. He had Turki Al Sheikh saying he was his favourite fighter. Essentially, he had pretty much all the advantage going into these fights. And for him to go in there against this little middleweight, which is what he called him, this little middleweight, and I do have to laugh because I think it was the DAZN trailer they were playing for the Daniel Dubois Alexander Usyk press conference today. And obviously the press conference, they were focusing heavily on the low blow, which is what it was. They're focusing heavily on the low blow from the first fight. And they showed a clip of Tyson Fury mocking Alexander Usyk with, saying, oh, he had his shorts up so high, which he didn't really have them up that high at all. And Fury had them up really high in this clip. Still not as high as he had them up in the second fight. Refused to shave his beard, which that clip of him in the press conference with the frown, with that beard, that's going to come back to haunt. That already has come back to haunt him. And his shorts were unbelievably high. Tyson Fury, and no issues from the referee or anyone about, pulling them down. No issues. He had every advantage going into these two fights. The first fight was a split decision, should have been unanimous. The second fight was unanimous, and there's no disputing it. Fury in the first fight. So, the first 3 rounds, I struggled to work out how anyone can give any of those rounds to Tyson Fury, because Usyk outlanded him when he was the busier guy, and he actually stunned Fury in one of them. I think it was round number 3, and he landed big left hands from early on. Rounds 4, 5, 6, Fury. Round 7 was a tale of two halves. Give it, well, I don't give even rounds, but if you gave it to Fury, I'll let you away with that. The rest of that fight, it was Alexander Usyk. And in the second fight, round number 5, I believe it was, that's the only round that Fury definitively won. I think it was round 5 or 6, pretty sure it was 5. That's the only round that Fury definitively won. The rest of it was Alexander Usyk. The punch stats are there. You can go on Jabber and you can look at them. The punch stats tell you all you need to know. All right, Alexander Usyk won both fights. Fury, when he made that retirement video, he was alluding to Dick Turpin, and stuff like that, saying he was robbed and this, that, and the other. He is still, and this is how I said, right? You're never going to win a rematch with Alexander Usyk if you go in with that same mindset. If you go in with the mindset of I did nothing wrong first time, so therefore all I have to do is do what I did the second time. And that's pretty much what he did, and it worked out even worse the second time, albeit he wasn't stunned, he wasn't stopped, but it was a unanimous decision, 8 rounds to 4. Tyson Fury is one of these guys where, as I've said, Sugar Hill is probably the realest guy in the team. And I think that was why there was so much aggro with Sugar Hill Stewart when he let the cat out of the bag 2 years ago. That when he was in the UK, he wasn't in the UK to train Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury was trying to, come with his narrative that Alexander Usyk was ducking him when he clearly wasn't. He was trying everything to make the fight. And Sugar Hill basically let the cat out of the bag that, look, he was never in the UK to train Tyson Fury. He was there to train Nicole, and he was going back home to Detroit, Michigan. I think that's where he's based. And it made Fury, well, it exposed the whole team. Exposed them as well. They were never intending to make this Usyk fight. So Fury, as the saying goes, the leopard never changes his spots. Even though he's retired, he's still coming out with all this. And I think he's maybe let the cat out of the bag that he fully intends to come back. He fully intends it. He's pretty much saying it there. He wants a trilogy fight with Alexander Usyk. He's welcomed it and such and this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, he's fully intended on coming back. Would I like to see a trilogy fight with Alexander? See, Usyk's mentioning Joshua and Fury. I don't want to see him fight either in a trilogy fight, quite frankly, because what is there to gain if you're Alexander Usyk from it? Like, realistically, it's nice to go out with a win, but like, what is there to gain? You've beaten both guys soundly, really, twice, and there's no controversy. So what do you need to gain by and one of them is completely over the hill, so you probably stop him this time, being Joshua. And the other guy, I don't know, but you've already beaten him twice. So again, what is there to actually gain from fight? I think if anything, Usyk should just retire after he fights Daniel Dubois, win or lose. I think he'd probably win. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. So Fury's still coming with his narrative that I never lost, I should be undefeated. Round 9 again, people. I'll just leave it. I will leave this video with round 9 playing, and you go and tell me who won the fight. I'll leave it with that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video as always, people. If you could, hit the like button, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. Until next time, people, I hope you have a great evening. I will talk to you tomorrow. Addy and G-Man recording tomorrow. Until next time, peace.